There you go. Check 53. Twist. There we go, 47.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Sheds a 2nd man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
We go 47.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Prescott now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he is all the way up past the 25. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Following the interception, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Cooper was the target there.
1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
That'll go as a loss of 5. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Handoff comes to Chubb. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Alert, alert! Watch the pass. Point it right. Watch out.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the... That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into...
And he's going to go down again. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Here's Mayfield, and he fires one, but incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Elliott. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down and 4. Prescott. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku. 59 yards. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And then a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott going right side. He has Witten. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, count. 47.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
46.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Amari Cooper, the intended target, but it'll be second down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Let's go, defense.
A run for Nick Chubb. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a carry here for Hilliard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Point after is now 17-3. Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Prescott from the gun. And on the left side, he's got Witten. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Larry Ogunjobi able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw is Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Set the tone, defense.
46-yard line.
That's all short. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
A first down throw for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down, Prescott again. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Prescott to throw on fourth. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Bandit. Check. Point it right. Check 24. Real. Watch out.
They run. Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run it again with Chubb. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Break. 180. Pistol. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 21-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same...
They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 79 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Set. 180. Mike 5-4. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go.
And again, it's Chubb. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On third down, Hilliard, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 29-yard line.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to...
Prescott to throw. Flushed out right. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final two plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Right there. Check Mike, check Mike.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018. He showed why he was so coveted.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into the draft in 2018, the projections on where Baker Mayfield was going to go, it varied. But rarely did anyone suggest he would go #1 overall. And he did. Showed exactly why. It's not just how he plays. It's not just his arm and his vision. It's the leadership. It's the toughness. It's the moxie that he exhibits. And his teammates just feed off of it.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from